All right, so we are live, you guys, the real angels of real estate with our special guest. Felicia, do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey there, everybody. Felicia Beltran with Remax Associates. I'm coming to you live from Pueblo, Colorado.
Welcome,
Welcome.
welcome. Excited to have you. Hey, Kinsey, are you here? Can you hear?
I don't
She's
know if she
frozen
can.
again. All right, so this week what we wanted to talk about was some branding. Something that caught my eye, Felicia, was your board that just went up.
Yeah, the billboard's been up for about 2.5 weeks and it's doing really well, gaining a lot of traction.
Good. So that goes out, and I'm sure that's not the only thing, but you've
Oh,
got a lot of the
I think
branding with that all comes out together, the same thing that we see on the sign, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, I
are
feel like you got to synchronize your advertising and marketing
we all here?
efforts. You there? And so I've got the billboard, I've got, print ads, I've got a lot of social media. I've been doing quite a bit of video just to, gain traction, and it's all working really well.
Wonderful. Yeah, I saw that. I love it. And Alexa just brought it out. So let me see this sign, this billboard sign. Do you see this?
I
Did you know about this?
That's fantastic.
I
So
love
Felicia,
it.
I think you need a little mini one for your desk. I'm actually in my mom's office. I hijacked her office, and I could not help myself but get the prop out because it was literally right behind me.
I
That's
love it. So
fantastic.
Felicia, you need one of yours.
Yeah, they were supposed to drop it by, and I don't know where it is. I'm sure it's coming, but maybe it got lost in the mail.
So
Right?
now let me kind of go off the topic here for a minute, because I've heard good and I've heard bad about picking up, those signs. Hey, Kinsey.
Hey
So I've
guys.
heard good and bad. So what are your thoughts to it? Because you both do it, right?
Yeah.
And you do it too, Alexa. You've got that we know Connecticut.
This is just the Remax of New England.
Okay.
Actually did about billboards specific to we know Connecticut, we know New Jersey, and then this prop happened to be in our office, and I just had to show it.
Okay. So
But I have seen it, Felicia, to kind of hear more about it and how you came.
I don't know that everybody heard that. So
I
Alexa, say again.
I can't find my tripod, and for some
Oh,
reason
yeah.
I wasn't connecting on my laptop, so I'm on my phone now, and I'm gonna try to hustle up a tripod here in a second.
Okay. So Felicia,
Nice.
what
I feel like
inspired
our
you
connection is
to go ahead and
kind of
grab the
rough.
board?
Can you guys?
So here's the board, guys. I'll just kind of show you on the screen. Can you see that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Bring it down. There you go.
Anyway, so the
Nice.
premise behind the board is love it or list it. I feel really passionate about people listing their house at this time. If they're not in the house that they love and they can see themselves in, for the next 20 years, I feel like it's the perfect opportunity for them to move. And so I really wanted to get that message out. And I felt like, billboards are not, they're not the main staple for call of action, but what they do is they gain a lot of notoriety and a lot of visibility, for your message. And so, I'm plastering this message everywhere so that, people are aware, hey, I've been thinking about selling. I'm not quite sure if this is the time for me. And I'm here to tell them that it is. And so if I can put that message on something on such a big scale, I feel like then, I get the notoriety that comes along with it. And when people
True.
are thinking about selling and they've got it kind of branded in their head, hopefully they'll call me and I can get the job done for them.
Awesome.
That's beautiful. Yeah, that's the repetition too.
Yeah.
Not
Oh,
one
yeah.
thing's going to work. A lot of those one things are going to work as long as the message is the same, it's constant, it's clear, it's consistent, and that's where we get into branding.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
So here's my
frequency and
favorite.
reach. Yeah.
Yep. Now, talking about branding, I mean, what do you think about when you think about Kinsey with sporting those Disney ears, those Mickey
So
mini ears?
right, so today I'm sporting my rose gold Minnie Mouse ears because everyone knows how much I love Disney, and I'm also sporting a hot air balloon sundress because when when people think of every time they see a hot air balloon, they tag me in their pictures.
I
So
love that.
everyone knows that I'm in the process of getting my hot air balloon license. And I'm going through that process. So I will be one of 2 REMAX actual brokers, agents, or owners that actually have a hot air balloon license, which I think is super, super cool. I
It
do
is.
hot air balloon events. I wear hot air balloons. I don't know how many hot air balloon scarves Tabitha has gotten
Very cool.
for me. So I'm kind of, and I Disney a lot. So I get a lot of referral business also from people that just tips and advice on what to do when they go to Disney, because I am obviously addicted to Disney. So I think that my personal life comes out in my brand a lot. Like I even have like in my office here, you can see like floating house balloons from the movie Up. My everything
Painted. Yep.
and sparkly, and I'm Remax Dream. So, you know, I have Disney quotes all over my office that like we've got all of your dreams can come true if you have the courage to pursue them. I'm
Love
my
it.
hashtags is making dreams come true. So in my real estate business, I pull my love of Disney into my marketing as well.
And you're one of
As
the
if she
few people
wasn't
I
hot
know.
enough, you know. She's got the balloon
Right?
sundress, the cute ears. I mean, when Kinsey does it, she does it big, and I love her for it.
You know, I got
Yeah,
kind of,
1000%.
but when I was getting dressed this morning, I was like, "Oh, we're going to talk branding." I was like, "What Minnie Mouse ears should I wear?" And I was like,
I love it.
what like fun?" I was like, "It is hot as shit outside today. Like you walk outside and your body is on fire." And I was like, "What hot air balloon sundress am I going to wear today?" I've got hot air balloon bikinis, like you name it. I've got it with hot air balloons on it. Scarves, purses. Oh my gosh, I'm going to show you. Like I carry, and I'll grab this for you. And it's funny, but I've got right here. Look, it's a hot air balloon, Dooney and Burke.
I love that one.
Like it's Dooney and Burke, and it's got hot air balloons on it. Like how much more can I brand
And
my?
it is, and she is contagious because I've started to pick up things and I don't mean to.
Right.
Hot air balloon things. Like I can't, whatever I see is cute. Necklaces, earrings, I think I've sent, but
Oh,
all of that stuff.
I feel
Um,
like
Mhm.
maybe we
So
need to get
cool.
matching hot air balloons.
we're
Right?
going to get hot air balloon Remax sparkly shoes
I think it's
for,
a great
yeah,
idea.
yeah,
And
I
you know what's
that's what we're
so
doing. I'm
cool?
working on that.
What Lindsay
I
does
I
is
will
she
hang out
owns her
my
brand.
Dazzler, and I will make that happen.
There you go.
So
But
we
like,
all do consistent marketing and things like that. Your branding, staying with it. I mean, mine is the Cleveland skyline. I picked that up because I want everybody to know where I'm at, what areas I service, because you know we're not just talking to local agents, we're talking to agents around the world. And I think this is good too for even our insurance agents, every agent that's out there picking up some kind of a brand so that people keep you in mind regardless of what company you're with even.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's nice to have the representation, and obviously, you know, we're all with the Remax brand, and they've done an incredible job, you know, of getting that brand recognized throughout, you know, throughout the world, not just nationally. And anytime you turn on a ball game or, you know, the TV, you're going to see, you know, some sort of Remax advertisement. And so to pair that with our individuality, I feel like that's what sets us apart. You know, that's how people remember us. And so I'm constantly looking for new ways to not necessarily, you know, reinvent the wheel, but to just differentiate myself from what others are doing, you know. And so whereas some other agents, you know, they're looking to maybe mimic what other agents are doing, I'm constantly trying to get myself out of the box, you know, and do something different, you know, just to make me, you know, set myself apart from the other agents.
That, and that's good. You have to do that even from the get-go getting into this.
Yeah.
You know.
it's true. And I think, and a few things I want to point out, like, so Kinsey, for example, so I know her brand, like as far as like knowing her and her social media and her office. But when I actually got to go to her home, she lives her brand. And I think, and just seeing all the things that she owns, like her home literally reflects her brand, all the personal items she has. It was dream this, sparkle that. And to me, it just was the coolest thing because I think, yes, we do have, just like Felicia said, we have Remax, which is the huge brand, which is the number one brand in real estate, right? But it's nice that we're able to find our own brand within that, our own identity. And I think that's crucial. I think it really is. And there's nothing better than, and like what Felicia's doing, like the consistency in her messaging, the love it or list it, I think is huge.
Oh yeah, I love
so
that.
Right? And actually, Felicia, is this kind of like a campaign you're doing right now? Or is it something that you've been doing for a while?
Yeah, I'm going to do it for a while because I feel like, that's where my focus is with, gaining inventory. We're in a very limited inventory situation here in Colorado. And, it doesn't seem to be getting any better. And so I feel like, because of, the prominence that I have in the community, and my reputation, that people will listen when I say, hey, you got to get off the fence. You got to do it now. Don't miss the boat. I mean, when has there ever been a better time? I mean, sales prices are incredibly up. Interest rates are still historically low. I mean, that's a match made in heaven for anybody who wants to buy or sell, I mean, you may pay a little bit more, for a house, but when you think about the benefits of an interest rate and what it does to a payment, I mean, it's a win-win situation, so you can't go wrong. So putting that out there and just kind of, shaking hands with people and, getting messages from people all the time about the billboard and, hey, I was thinking about selling, but, can you just come do a quick walkthrough? I mean, it's the basic fundamentals of what we do that really, encourage the public to get to action.
Love it. And now, Tabitha, how long have you had the Skyline as kind of part of your brand?
2005.
And so you love
like a couple years in, almost from the get-go.
I love it.
I love it. It's one of my favorite pictures that we have. It's the bright, the bold, the blue. And I feel like it really pulls in and ties with Remax. I'm setting myself apart, but yes, I'm still, kind of married in, just like I'm the red, white, and blue. Kinsey's the pink sparkle. I'm the red, white, and blue. But it's something that I start.
Funny because
What?
I have some red, white, and blue outfits and clothing. Like yesterday, I had on my little Remax Stream branded polo with a little white tennis skirt. And Justin calls it my Remax Sporty Spice outfits. Like I've got sparkly red, white, and blue dresses, and they're like totally comfortable, and I could like run a marathon. And I've got like red Coach tennis shoes. So, I pull out the red, white, and blue also.
We pull out the red, white, and blue. Who doesn't look good in red, white, and blue?
I love that Sporty Spice. Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. We could run with that.
Oh my gosh, I told him that last night at dinner. He's like, "Oh, you look like Sporty Spice."
Of course you
I was
did.
like, "Tell me what you want, what you really, really want."
I love it.
I'm not going to tell you what he wanted.
I know what he wanted. I don't even have. I know a variation of. So now, Alexa, I think Alexa froze up now. Can you hear? And
I hear her.
She's just smiling.
She's just smiling.
Right?
Yeah, she jumped out.
I wanted to kind of touch on something. When you guys asked me to be on the show and we're talking about, the brand, I feel like a lot of people have very different definitions of what exactly that is. And,
Sure.
I just thought maybe we could kind of go through those, because everybody has a different perspective of exactly what is branding. I mean, to me, when we talk about differentiating ourselves from the competition, to me, it's creating an identity, and putting out what you want the public to perceive. I mean, in my area, I want people to know that I'm the expert. I want people to come to me with their questions. I want to be the resource because I feel like that is kind of the gate that opens everything else, just the dialogue.
It's so true, Felicia. Like you literally hit it. And I think that's why we all jive so well. Like if we can be the person that people think of, the resource for everything real estate, then they're always going to think of us.
Is it just us?
It's just us.
This is like musical talk show. I don't know what's happening. People are dropping out, jumping back in. Can you hear me?
That's all right. We go with the flow. None of this is scripted. This is just real estate friends, besties talking. but you're right. So we can talk about another type of branding too, which I don't know if it's called branding so much, but I know when I got into business, I started with a different company and I never took to their email address as my number one. I branded myself as NE Ohio Realty. Took that website, that's my email address. So whether I was with at the time Smythe Kramer or, the 3 different Remax offices I've been in, this has always stuck with me and people can always find you here 20 years from now, wherever you go. Yeah, she's back.
I'm back.
Looks better too.
Oh, does it? Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, you're right there now. So
Awesome.
Felicia was talking about different types of branding because everybody has a different variation of what branding is to them.
Well,
Right.
and I feel like it's like you're creating one identity, and then basically, you have so that's the tree, that's the main staple, that's the foundation, and everything else is just branching off. You know what I mean? Whether
Mm-hmm.
it be a campaign or whether it's the focus on buyers or the focus on sellers. I feel like we're going to switch gears plenty of times, but it's just a matter of keeping our message consistent, and so that people they still know exactly who you are. When I first started in real estate, I was with a different company as well, and I had I did the same thing, buy with Beltran, and I still have that. So people know that if they're going to buy, hopefully they're going to buy with me, and I'm going to take good care of them.
Right.
Yep.
And I have making dreams come true.
Yes. Well, that's
I
easy to
Brand
do.
is trust.
I'm the dream team, and I make dreams come true.
Yes, you are.
So my brand, just so you guys know, so here's the back of my card, the Caballo Group. And I literally love this logo so much. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a key.
I do too. I love the play on the key.
I can see it.
Yeah. And our slogan is your key to opening new doors, whatever that door may be, whether you're buying, selling, investing, etc. And it took me a while to kind of come up with all this just because initially
Did she go away?
Yep,
I'm
she's
not quite
gone.
sure.
I think it's where she's at.
Yeah, I think she's in a bad location. We've all done the
Yeah,
show in crappy locations before.
that's
Like,
all
I'm
right.
glad she has her shirt on today and her hair's not wet.
You did
No
good.
towel, no robe, dry hair.
No towels, no robes. Like,
I see lipstick.
show from
See, we can
bed.
talk about her because she's not here.
Oh.
I have a question for everybody. I would like
Yeah.
to know, as far as branding goes, what have you found to be the most effective medium for your business?
I I I am like kicking ass with Facebook. Um, Facebook kills it. I can tell you whether it be referral groups, if you market yourself on Facebook, you're going to win, and it's very inexpensive. I just did a $250 post and this could be a whole nother topic of conversation. But I received 12 real leads, and I had over 28,000 impressions.
wow.
That's fantastic.
I would
Yeah.
have to agree. I mean, I feel like, I was one of the first people in my area to even have a Facebook business page, and I feel like I kind of mix that with my personal, so that it's not so overwhelming and overpowering to people. I
Right.
think you can cram real estate down
Right.
people's throats, and it just does the
So
complete
true.
opposite of what you want them to do. I just kind
Yeah,
of,
they're afraid of
throw
you
it in
now.
here and there. Yeah. Successes, testimonials, real estate advice. I mean, I think that's what people want. They really want information. If you're not giving them information, you're wasting your dollars.
I
Oh,
agree.
absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
have one chime in on that. What Facebook has done is allowed us to be personable with people and allow people to see who we really are. Now you've seen the sign, you've seen the brand. Now you get to know the person, and they get to know, like, and trust you more. And you're
It's
right.
And I can tell you that that's 100% true. I saw someone on Facebook 2 nights ago. It was about 9:30 at night. They said, "I need a strong agent, Fort Myers, Naples, Florida." I said, "I'm your girl." I don't even know how this person and I became Facebook friends. He gave me his number. 10 o'clock at night, I picked up the phone. I called him, and he goes, "Thank you so much." He goes, "I've been following your organ transplant journey, me and my
Yeah.
wife." And he goes, "What
We
you've
we
done,
live real estate.
been through, is absolutely amazing. I'm so glad to see you're back in real estate full time. You're healthy. It's a little $1 million buyer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Just a
I mean,
little
and,
million
and there's
dollar
nothing
buyer.
Just a
there's
little
nothing
million
better
dollar.
than getting tagged
No,
in a recommendation
yeah,
post, And I think
absolutely.
Alexa, she was fortunate enough to be tagged by, myself and David Surley the other day.
Yeah.
Somebody's looking for an agent
Yeah.
in Connecticut, and it's like, she's the first one that we think of. And we get
I
to,
appreciate
give that positive reinforcement and say, you know what, if you're looking for somebody in that area, she's the girl to go to. And I love that when I get tagged in a post and multiple people throw
Yes.
my name out there. I mean, to me, that's the best validation that I could get. There's nothing better than referral business. And
Right.
90% of all my business is referral based.
So is
And
mine.
I,
Same,
I
Mine.
live
90%.
behind the
And I can
philosophy.
tell
Yep.
you, like handing out a referral to someone that you don't actually know. Like all four of us girls, we've known each other for a few years.
Yeah.
We get together, we network, we go to parties, we are, and we know how each other actually work in business.
Yeah, we
So
know
it's
that we
not
all have a strong
like
work ethic.
it's not
Exactly.
like a Facebook group where it's I'm going to tag this person and this person and this person because that's who I'm told works that area the best.
Right.
It's
Right.
along the lines of I know that bitch hustles and she's going to take care of
No,
It's
you're
true.
right. You give a recommendation, you give a referral. It's just like handing
right.
somebody out to a client. Do you know anybody that does, plumbing? Yes, I've got the most fantastic guy in the universe. Here he is. Not,
Right.
well, I heard this guy does it. Give him a call.
Right.
That's it reflects on you. We give referrals because it reflects on me how well you service our contact.
Well, and
Absolutely.
to tie that in, I mean, we're talking about branding here, right? And we've
Mm-hmm.
all branded ourselves so that we can be top of mind. So that's where the referral network
Exactly.
comes in.
Yep.
I mean, being effective and being intentional with your branding, I would say that has to be at the forefront of everything, because if you're just kind of throwing stuff out there and like, oh, this agent does this, I'm going to do that, and you're inconsistent with your message, people are not going to get who you are, what you do, and how you can help them.
So
Absolutely.
true. It's
And I
so
feel
So you
like
want
true.
to tie in together,
yeah.
tying in, like, I don't know what your signs look like. Mine has the Cleveland skyline. It's the same picture that you see on everything. And I'll see myself tagged in a post with somebody putting up, they put up the sign and took a picture, and this is where we are. Somebody just did it this morning, and I think she tagged me in it. And I got a message just before we went on that says, "Oh, I saw one of your signs at the end of my street." And it's like, it's just amazing. It's not just the red, white, and blue sign. It's got a little bit of me with it. But
Right.
that's what's been working for me, is just keeping that consistent message. It's like, if you have one chance to get to somebody and you have to write them a letter, well, it better be on the best letterhead ever.
And if
Yeah.
you're going to send out a postcard, it better be high quality post
Right.
stock. If you're going to hand out a
My
business
inkjet
card,
printer's not going
it
to do
better
it.
not. If you're going to hand out a business card, it best not say Vistaprint on the back. Because you want print high
Or at
quality,
least pay to
like
get that shit off there.
go call the agent that's not going to answer their phone. I am not Vistaprint quality.
I got
There
a
you go. I love that. That's great.
Yeah.
I got a new business card, gals.
I like it. I like it. I have new ones being printed right now.
Yeah, that was a great investment.
Yeah, awesome.
So
So nice.
does anybody do any promotional items?
I
I
do
Absolutely.
do.
tons. So pretty much
I'd have to take.
every day, like every new client I have, when I sign a buyer broker or something, I give them a nice little pen with their name on it.
I'm
Right?
drinking coffee out of a Tony Geeky Agent cup again.
But
Hi, Tony. I saw you're watching the show also.
Tony's the
I,
best.
I drink my coffee out of Tony's face consistently.
So I also do the Remax travel mug. Do you guys have any type of like mugs or anything that you do, or what's your
Oh my
go-to?
gosh. I have, and I don't have one sitting on my desk right now because it's in my car, but I have Remax Dream Donate Life because I have my nonprofit organization, Don't Bury Good Organs. So
Yes.
everything that I do, Remax, is even like I brand my Remax with my green Donate Life ribbon. And so I cross promote organ donation with my company and with Remax.
Love it. So this is a little flashlight with Remax Edge. We switch it up all the time too. Felicia, I saw your nice little keychain.
Oh
Do you give
yeah,
that to your clients at closing?
I do, because they're gonna get the keys to
Is
their
that like part
house.
of the closing gift or whatever?
Yeah, and I think it's nice for them to have a little token, a little memento of that day.
Absolutely, I agree 100%.
Absolutely.
Does anybody have a pop socket on them?
You know what? I had your pop socket
I
on
don't
um
know.
I
for
I
like the past like 4 weeks because
Yeah.
my Felicia, my like ring
Sorry,
on
guys.
my phone, so I used your pop socket on the back
Yeah,
of my phone for like a month, and I
that's
just accidentally
awesome.
broke it today.
Oh my goodness. So I did the pop sockets, and those were highly effective. I gave them out at the Remax convention, and they went
so
off.
smart.
Yeah, because and everybody, I mean, what are people doing? They're doing this. They're doing this, when they're in
Help
Vegas.
me.
So I mean, I gave those out, and I thought that was a good promotional item. But I'm constantly thinking of things. I mean, here's something to think about when it comes to branding and marketing, right? So I have 3 Chihuahuas, and these little bitches are constantly getting out of the yard, right?
I mine comes to my office every day.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm not bringing 3 Chihuahuas to
Literally,
the office.
literally.
But here's the thing. So I have these 3 Chihuahuas, and they're constantly getting out. But I'm getting calls from people because obviously they have tags, they have numbers. And I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make some postcards with their little pictures on it and say thank you and throw my business card in it so that people know that I really appreciate them helping me keep these. If my daughter didn't love these dogs so much, I'm telling you, they'd be gone.
Right. So we have a question
Yeah.
because I've got my laptop up also, and so that we're following along with our live viewers. I've got hi girls. In my country, the Remax brand is new to people. We're just getting they're just getting to know us. What are the most effective marketing tools for you? And they're from Chile, so I'm sure
Yay,
that you know
Chili.
yeah, go Chile. I'm sure that you know
Wow.
our good friend James Bovell, who we all know from Camp Cayman at R4. I would say most effective marketing tools. Um, I'm gonna go with social media is my most effective marketing tool. Paid advertisement with great lead capture landing pages and just making sure that everyone in town knows exactly who I am. I can be walking down the street or at the grocery store, and people walk up to me and they say, "You're Remax Dream," and I'm like, "Yep. Do you need to buy or sell a house?"
And
Well,
that's and that's it too. The repetition, repetition, repetition. Everything that you do. You saw I
Yeah,
disappeared, dropped my phone,
yeah.
all that. But I ran to get some things just literally around my downstairs.
Let's
So
see.
postcard,
Nice.
still have that on it. And my slogan is for everything that moves you. My license plate is move you.
Nice.
Yeah,
Business card,
like
same thing.
like
Brochure holder.
everything I have, and sorry for showing you my armpits, but like everything I have, from folders, everything has my brand. Everything says making dreams come true because I feel that that's, I think I have Tabitha's hand sanitizer. I've got Maria's chapstick. I have like half of the items in my purse that I use on a daily basis are branded. With something fantastic. And it's typically, oh my gosh, I've got to show you guys something that one of my friends made me. So my office is like crazy, cool, wild. But like, look at like, she found these balloons
I love that.
in
nice.
a
Oh gosh.
in
Gorgeous.
a trash can, and she painted
Oh,
um, this trash can find Remax balloons for me. So like that was a trash can find. Love it. And she painted
That's
it.
crazy.
So
I would
yeah,
say I would say as far as chili goes, because they're new, that they need to incorporate, some community events, into their marketing, because if they're just trying to get the word out, hey, there's a Remax here, and we're here to help you, and this is who we
Sponsor
are,
events.
maybe get some branded shirts, Remax chili, and then do whatever is specific to their region. And maybe just go out and just whatever community events are happening, they need to be out there shaking hands, wearing shirts, kissing babies, and letting people know that they're there and they're the experts, because truly, there's a lot of opportunity, across the world, and we send referrals everywhere. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
make
it's
sure,
Well
very,
said, Felicia.
make sure you patch me their information.
yeah, absolutely. It's Angeles Guajardo
Hi,
Barrett.
Angeles.
Totally
Hi, Angela.
that name. I'm sure that I did. But thank you for watching this show. I also think getting involved with charities and fundraising is very, very important, because we're not just in this business for ourselves. We're in this business to help people, whether it's help them buy a home, help them sell a home, but we're kind of like therapists and support groups, and we wear a lot of
Yeah.
hats and ears, but getting involved in local fundraising, local charities, and giving back to your community, whatever makes your heart smile, I say do more of that. Whatever motivates you and makes you happy and makes you happy when you fall asleep at the end of the day, do more of that. To me, it's having more people register to be organ donors, and working with Donate Life Florida, Donate Life America, and Lifelink of Florida, as well as Children's Miracle Network, and getting the word out for people to register to be organ donors. And so that is where I'm most active in my community. But I think, that also, and I co-brand all of my my fundraising events with my business brand. And, if you're only in it for yourself,
I do every
like,
year in
yeah,
August, I do Fallen Riders.
yeah,
And I sponsor that, and we sponsor it, and we're on the t-shirts, we get that out there. And I go around, I don't ride with them, but I set up before, and I do, the big popcorn machine, just like Kinsey has in her office. I do the big popcorn machine,
yeah,
and I'm giving out lots of the swag. I mean, everything, the cups, everything, the popcorn, whatever.
yeah.
Everything's got stickers and labels on it, so they know exactly where it came from. But, it's good. It's coming from my heart. It's motorcycle riding, which I love. It's supporting a great cause, which I love, Fallen Riders. But it puts the brand in, and just, that's what we live. We live our lives and we incorporate business into it, but we're in it so much we have to.
I agree.
Right.
I'm getting ready to go over the edge for CASA, Court Appointed Special Advocates, and I got a very soft spot in my heart for kids, kids in the foster system, kids who are removed from their homes. And so going over the edge means that I'm rappelling off a 9-story building, like Spidey. So it's going to be super exciting. But my goal is to raise the most money out of all of the contributors and all of the guests, people who are very prominent in the communities. They're jumping in. We're making a big splash. It's going to be a big ordeal. But when you find something that you're passionate about, it's super easy to give back. And you're right, we're not here, we're called to contribute. It's not about us. What we do, I mean, we are lucky that we get to do something that we're passionate about, and that we get to make a difference in people's lives. And purchasing homes, I mean, that's minor in comparison to what's happening in the world and what's happening around us. And if we don't jump in and we don't give back, then we're missing the point.
Right.
Amen.
No, we've got a good forum. We've got a good forum and a good, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't believe you're jumping off a building, but
I said
I'll just
repelling,
give
I'm not
money.
jumping.
I'll give money.
I'm going to hold you to that.
You know what?
We'll do the balloon rides. That's what we'll do for charity, for Children's Miracle Network. But I've never jumped out of a building, Felicia.
Kinsey will
I
come
want
pick me up in the balloon, right?
I want to jump with you.
Come down August 11th. I'd love to have you girls.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
So
That's
cool.
awesome. Yeah, I've never gotten to jump off anything, but I will.
Well,
I've
there we
jumped
go.
off a plane. I've jumped off the stratosphere. I've rappelled off a mountain. Yeah.
Well,
all
there's
sorts.
a first for everything, and I've never repelled off of anything,
That's
and
hard. I've done
so
that.
we'll see
And
how it goes. I mean, either it's going to be a big success, or I'm going to, make a
No,
fool
no,
of
no. It's
myself.
going to be a success.
Make sure you live that.
Yeah, oh,
Okay,
yeah.
I will go live on that.
You
that's
definitely
why you
should.
have that pop socket so you can hold on to your
Yeah.
phone while you.
Totally.
Now I plan on having a whole spread of promotional items, and my crew
Yeah.
there to support me. So I got like half of the networking group to jump in, and they're doing it as well. So success in numbers, that's a good thing.
Awesome. That
Great.
is
Sure.
awesome.
So I think
All
we
right.
covered
Well,
a lot. What do you guys think? I mean, we went over branding as far as Remax and the global level versus our personal brand and how they kind of work together. We
how
talked
to get
about
the message out there.
exactly social
Yeah.
media plays in with it. We discussed all of our little personal swag, which I will
Oh,
throw in here.
did you
I'm
guys
the
see
girl in
my?
black, not the girl in
Did you
glitter,
see
but
my
I always have my
bracelet?
Remax gear.
Did you see my bracelet that
Oh
says
my
"You're"?
God, that's great.
Maybe what we can do is just kind of give our final advice, for
Yeah,
people that
final
are out there
thought.
and they're
Yep.
watching,
And then we'll wrap this up.
and then we'll
Yeah.
wrap it up because everybody's got to go sell something.
Hey, I think so. I think
Right.
my phone went off about 20.
Maybe, maybe, maybe we could do like, what advice would you give to a new agent
Mhm.
that's just getting into the business that has not even started developing a brand yet? Like, where would you tell them to start? Because what I would tell them is, I would say, look within yourself and find what you love. Like, I'm wearing Minnie Mouse ears. Everything's about dreams, and I love hot air balloons. Pink, sparkly, everything, and that's kind of my brand. So I would tell a newer agent to look within themselves and see um, what gets them excited. Like, we've got Annette and her Converse,
Right.
and that has, let's start a conversation. And that has become
Conversation.
a
Yeah.
Love
a
it.
conversation. And it all
Yeah.
started because her feet hurt when we were at a conference, all wearing heels. And we all decided now that we wear tennis shoes. And,
Screw that.
go out one or two nights. But, she
Yep.
started a conversation and she loves her Converse. So,
And it's good.
it's,
We'll have.
you find something that works for you. So, yeah.
Yep.
And that's like my final statement.
I love it.
And mine's going to be, brand yourself, find what you're strong about, use the company because that is just an
Right.
extra catapult to it. But keep it consistent, keep your message consistent, and get it out there, not with one thing or five things, but with 1,000 things. Everything that you're living every day, just keep it out there. For everything that moves you is mine. Well, I can use that in every situation, that I can possibly come up with. But just keep it out there. Keep your emails coming to yourself. We love Remax, but find your own brand, like your email. Mine is tab at neohiorealty.com, not Remax, because it's always going to be me that they're getting, But that would be mine. New agents, start with a brand that you trust and just work off of that one, flower off of that.
Absolutely.
Well
And I
said.
would say, don't be afraid to be imperfect. For somebody like myself, I'm always seeking perfection. I hold myself to the highest standards. I hold other people to high standards. But a lot of times when it comes to branding and marketing, you want to do it so well that sometimes you can be a procrastinator. And that's detrimental to what you're trying to achieve. So just jump in, do it, figure out, like the girl said, who you are as an individual and what you want people to get, and know about your business. What do you do? Who are you? What separates you from everybody else? And then just run with it. It's not going to
Yeah.
be perfect every time, but at least you're doing something. At least you're taking chances, and if you're not uncomfortable, you're not growing. So just
So true.
be you and just go with it.
I
I
love
like
that.
that.
That's freaking perfect. That's my favorite quote is either rise into your potential or sink into your comfort zone. And to that point, I agree with everything you guys said. But my biggest takeaway is that if you have an idea, just go for it. But don't be afraid to
Yeah.
change it because I've been doing this 7 years. You guys have been doing this for a long time. And you will evolve. So allow your brand to evolve with you. And don't feel bad if you end up changing it. I, for example, started, solo Alexa Cavallo, And then I actually started branding myself as Realty in CT because I saw how teams were actually evolving, and I wanted to have a team that people would identify with and not feel that they're going to be overshadowed by the Caballo group. However, as things evolved, I realized, why am I not playing into my name? Everyone knows not everyone, hello, but I've done so
Oh
much
no,
with
you're
my
like
name.
Cher. You're like Cher, Donna. You're like Kenzie.
Oh God, you crack me up. But anyways, I guess my point is don't be afraid to try something. Fire, ready, aim. Just go for it. Use
Right.
whatever brand that you're using. And if you have to evolve it, make it evolve with you and grow. Because if we're not growing, we're sinking. And, we really all want to get to our goals, right?
Don't get
So,
comfortable.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
awesome.
the front page of my listing presentation says broker owner badass.
Yes.
I
Like,
like that.
hello.
I might be
Yeah.
It's
stealing
running
that.
with it.
You guys, it's yeah, like my assistant goes, "You really want me to put that on there?" And I was like, "Yeah." And you know what? Um, everyone, everyone that sees it, like, no one's gonna walk in and throw down and be like, "Yep, I'm a badass."
Gotta go with what you got.
Well, then, and two, I mean, you've set a standard then. You've absolutely set a standard for them to, their expectations of you. You're going to deliver.
And everything I do is, it's 100% top notch, from the photos to the videos to the flyers in the homes. Like, I don't cut corners. Every listing, every buyer's treated the same. And I think that that's important, as a brand, to make sure that you're consistent in everything you do and your quality is just at the highest absolute standard in everything.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
one, ladies. I think we killed it. I think we did well.
We killed it. Felicia,
And
thank you so much for
Yeah.
being on.
Absolutely,
And
ladies.
Yeah, thank you for being
thank
on
you
the
so
show.
much.
And
I love it. Colorado, Connecticut, Florida, and Ohio.
yeah,
Here's to
thank
that, my
you.
sisters, my Remax besties. Thank you guys so much.
Oh, perfect.
All right.
Awesome. See you in Key
Bye,
West.
ladies. Bye,
See
everybody.
you in Key West.
Can't
See
wait.
you soon.
Yes.
Bye.
Woo!